up, guys? How we doing? Thanks for checking out another video. In this one I'm going to show you pretty much it's a DIY simple setup. It's a milk crate and a bait bucket for fishing or kayak fishing. Basically what I have here is a 5-gallon bucket and a lid that's made for bait buckets. So it's just got the little lid here that you can reach in and grab your bait, use a net. I try to use this as an all-in-one system. It can be a strap here on the milk crate, so you can have bait in it, water, whatever. You can pick it up, move it around. It's all in one. Just lift the bait bucket out. Keep the net in there for the bait. And this is just a cheap milk crate, guys. I picked this up at Walmart. As far as securing, these are rod holders. I just use zip ties. I've got 3 zip ties on each one of these rod holders, and then 2 more on these 2 on the inside. On these inside rod holders, I've cut out a notch. This way a spinning reel can just sit right down in that notch. I've also added a little bit of Velcro on the inside to give it some grip. On the outside, there's a little bit of Velcro on the inside as well, so it's not as, I guess, slick of a surface. Has something to bite into. And I will troll with these. Now I have, like I said, 3 zip ties on each one. I've also secured it with super glue. I'll go in once or twice a season and re-glue them. I'm gluing the knot on the zip tie, and also around the edges of the zip tie to keep it from sliding. But whenever I'm trolling rods, whenever I'm trolling line, I've got bait in the water. The bells are never locked down. They're always, the strike indicator's on. The drag is set. So if fish hits, they're going to get hooked, but they're also going to take line as well too. Now I run these in different combinations, and that's what's kind of cool with this, depending on the type of fishing you're doing. In Lake Lanier, when you have blueback herring, I have a Jackson Big Tuna with a tuna tank, but I can't use the tuna tank for blueback herring. The lake water gets in there, it gets polluted, the temperature's not right for the herring, they would die within a few minutes. So I have to have an isolated reservoir for the blueback herring. And that's where the 5-gallon bucket comes into play. I've got a bubbler that hangs on the top of the bait bucket lid here. So that will help keep the water oxygenated. Now, with this bait bucket, I will only use this in the big tuna. If I'm in a sit-inside kayak, I will not use this because it raises the center of gravity. It would make a sit-inside kayak far too tippy to go out and spend an hour or 2 in, fishing on the lake. However, the big tuna is so big and so stable that I can use this bait bucket full of water and full of bait and no problem. It's just the tuna tank that's intended for bait is not going to keep blueback herring for very long in Lanier. When I'm not rolling the bucket, I will still use the milk crate. And what's great is the battery box fits perfectly inside the milk crate. Along with other accessories if you need them, that sort of stuff. So I can fit the battery box down in the milk crate. I secure the milk crate to the big tuna using bungee cords. It doesn't have to be a solid lock down. It can. You can just strap it down with bungee cords, and there can be some wiggle or some play in it. Remember, guys, the key on this is that it's not just connected in one little spot to where the whole thing can dump over in the side and the fish grabs it. You want at least 3 points where it's connected all the way around. It can wiggle or move around a little bit, but as long as you're not putting a line in the water that's locked down, you're going to be fine. It does not have to be solid fit or a solid match. On the big tuna, there is a little bit of curvature in the floor where I put this, and the deck where I set this. So I've got two little pieces of foam that I'll set underneath on either side like that, and that will kind of help give it something to grab onto instead of teetering on the rib down the middle of the floor. So, and that's pretty much it, guys. What's really cool about the milk crate when using it for kayak fishing is it's just so versatile. Bait buckets, gear storage, rod holders, trolling rig. I mean, you can do just about anything you want, with the milk crate setup. And if you take a strap, connect it that way, it's pretty much like a self-contained tackle box from there. It's just help for transporting gear to the beach or to the lake or wherever you're going. So there it is. That's kind of an overview of the system that I use, depending on the different waters that I fish. So say I'm out on Lanier and I am using the bait bucket full of bait, and I want to run my Lowrance. There is a space in between the seat and the area where I set this milk crate up that allows me to strap the power box right there in between the seat and the milk crate. So all that gets strapped down with the bungees, so it all works together. I can use, I run the line from the battery box underneath the seat of the kayak and into the Lowrance. This is strapped down and connected to the milk crate, and milk crate's down, and I do have live bait, and all this fits in the Jackson Big Tuna. That is a big advantage of the Big Tuna, is you can load it down. I mean, you load it up with everything you need. You're not going to be limited in storage. The only thing you're going to be limited on with a kayak the size of the Big Tuna is, paddling speed and wind and paddling long distances, that sort of thing. There is a difference between a lighter, swifter boat and the giant Big Tuna kayak. So thanks for checking out the video. I hope you guys found it informative. I hope it inspires you to create some kayak fishing equipment of your own. Let me know if you have any questions or comments or even ideas that can help me improve my little system I have going on here. So thanks for watching the video.